Pretty clean bike. All right, we're back with the 2001 Rm125. As you guys know, last video, we had this bike dropped off from a subscriber, and he said that the engine was not shifting. So we ended up splitting the cases, and we figured out that one of the gears was in backwards, and that was preventing it from shifting. We put it back together, and we actually got it to shift perfectly throughout all, I think there's 6 gears on this, except 4th gear is a little bit sticky. So I'm thinking that the part that looks like this is a new part, the bolt right there, the stopper for the drum was bent, but we're gonna figure that out today. We got new parts in from eBay, or used ones from eBay. We're gonna replace the whole shifting mechanism to see if that fixes our problem. And then also we have to grind down the grooves in the clutch. We're just gonna take a Dremel with a sander on it and just try to smooth those out, because you can see there's a couple big grooves in there. So once we get all that fixed, we can start this thing up and see if it runs good. Get some coolant in there, get some oil in there, and then take it for the first ride and test out the shifting. So lots to do today. Let's get going with it, and we'll see if we can fix this thing. All right, let's take a look at the new parts here. We've got the shift drum star thing. You can see that they didn't come with the springs or anything, but we've got the ones from the old one we can add in there. But I thought maybe that the teeth were worn down or something, preventing it from shifting. We've got a new shift shaft here, and I thought maybe that the teeth were worn down here, or that the rod was bent. We've got that new, and these line up with this. Let's see, like that. And then we got the new, this attaches to the shift drum. And I thought maybe that these were worn out right here, around here, on the old one, or the grooves in here. So we got a new one of those, and it comes with the bolt for it as well. So we're gonna replace all those, and we'll see if that fixes our problem. Because on the old one, when this was in here like this would go on here like this. And when I was looking at it, the gap between the sides right there was like non-existent when I would turn it. So I'm thinking that that was the problem. It was like pinching up against the side like that, and it was getting stuck. And then this would get closer, and it wouldn't allow it to go through the gears, because it would get stuck like that really, really tight, and it was really hard to shift in 4th gear. But every other gear was fine. So we'll see what the problem is. Hopefully that solves our problem. If not, maybe it just needs some lubrication on those. All right, so we're at the right side of the bike here. Here are the old parts we're gonna be replacing. You can see the shift shaft and the other gear that connects to the shift drum. We're gonna take all that out and then replace it. I think what we're gonna do first is replace the bolt right here and see if that changes anything, just to see if we can see if that is bent. Because I'm pretty sure that's what the problem is, but we won't know until we get everything replaced. So, all right, because that little piece was so hard to get in there, I just figured I'd change everything out. I changed out the shift shaft right here with the teeth, this piece with the teeth, and then the bolt. And now check this out. There's first, second, third, 4th, 5th, 6th, and it does not get stuck at all. 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, neutral. So that is nice and tight on there. Does not get bound up at all. So I'm thinking it was that bolt being bent a little bit, causing it to bind up, but it's good we got all new parts in there just for peace of mind. All right, so I ended up talking to the owner, and he said that he was gonna try to sand these down once you get the bike to shift. So he wanted me to just try to smooth these out and make it usable. But, you know, if we can't do that, we can obviously order up a new one. But let's just try it out. You can see there's some pretty big grooves in there. All right, we got a smaller bit on here. Let's see if we can clean this up now. Kind of cleaning it up. Getting a little better. You can see. That's what they used to look like. That's what they look like now. Definitely better. Alright, we'll come back when it's done. Alright, finished product here. You can see most of the ridges are gone. I didn't want to take off too much material because the clutch wouldn't work at all then. But, I mean, it's a lot better than it was. No huge grooves at all anymore. So we'll see if that works. All right, clutch and clutch plates are installed. That's kind of what that looks like. I don't know, there's pretty big gaps between there. We'll see if that works. I'm guessing probably won't work the best, but we'll try it out. All right, so I just greased up this gasket. So that's easier to take off if we have to replace that clutch basket. I like to put a little grease on the case so that the gasket sticks so that you can put the cover on easier. So that the gasket can stick here. So that the gasket lines up and doesn't get kinked anywhere. Here we go, let's see if we can get this on. There we go. All right, let's see if the kickstart mechanism works. Feels like that's working pretty good. All right, let's get some oil going to this thing. Takes 750 milliliters and just 10W40 here. Wet clutch oil. All right, let's get some coolant going in here. All right, we mixed up some 40 to 1. Get that in there. All right, here we go, moment of truth. Will it start up here? Alright, so it runs pretty good, but there's coolant leaking from the one head bolt or nut right there. Check that out. Zoom in here. I don't know why it would be leaking from that. It's at the top of the bolt. It's just like pouring out the top. I don't even know how that would be possible. And then the kickstart mechanism is kind of weird on here. It's like not tightening up. You can kind of see there's a little play in there. I don't know what's going on with that. Then like, see that? Look at that. I don't know what's going on. It's all in correctly because I took it apart again and even looked at the diagram again. So maybe I should take it back apart and look at it one more time. All right, here's a little better view of what's going on. So I'm not really sure why that would be leaking. But that's not good. Alright, the only way that can be leaking is if the head gasket's blown, I believe. So that means either like the head is bad or the gasket is failing in there. Not sure. these studs go all the way down. Let's see. Because maybe it's just coming up through the stud. Right there. The gaskets all look fine. Yeah. So I wonder if it's just coming up through the stud. So we'll put some lock tight in there and maybe that'll seal that up. I bet you. Oh, this one's loose. That's why. So that was just loose in there. So that's why that wasn't working. All right, we solved that issue. So good, no leaking. Oh. What the heck was that? Uh-oh, something happened. Well, that didn't sound good. What the heck happened there? Oh, the bike just locked up here. So that's not good. Something got pinched or something. It's sounding really good. I don't know. No leaking whatsoever. What the heck could have happened? Alright, nothing in the bottom end locked up, so the bottom end was perfect. It's obviously the top end. Something went wrong. I don't know what could have gone wrong because everything was put back together correctly, but we're gonna take it apart and see, I guess, what went wrong. Very strange. Alright, head's coming off. Let's see what's going on. I don't know what could have gone wrong here. What the heck? Piston feels like it's free in there. Where if the crank locked up? What the heck? Yeah, nothing happened to the head. That was already like that. So nothing happened to the head. Piston's like free in there. Feels like. Alright, we found the issue. So the nut came off the flywheel. So I think the nut was a little bit stripped out. Doesn't really look like it though. I don't know, I torqued that thing on. I don't know what the heck happened. It must have been a little stripped out. And it just came flying off. Because this thing was in there like halfway sideways. So that wasn't good. But yeah, it didn't lock up the top end. Because I was going to say I put everything back together correctly. So that's a little odd that that came off there like that. Let's see if I can get that cleaned up and back on there. Alright, I cleaned up the threads. That sucker's on there now. Let's see if it has spark. Oh yeah, we've got good spark. Alright, let's put everything back together, try this again. Alright, we got the top end back together, all torqued down, and then I fixed the kickstart. So that works really well now. See how it springs back up now, no matter what. So kickstart's fixed, everything's fixed on it. I'm going to let the gasket maker dry down here, and then we'll come back tomorrow and take it for the first ride. Hopefully everything is buttoned up now, and we don't have a coolant leak at the head anymore, and then we won't have a problem with the flywheel because that bolt is on there really, really tight now. So, all right, just topped off the coolant, added fresh oil, 750 milliliters. So let's try to start this thing up again and see if she runs a little bit better. All right, here we go. Pipe is on, gas tank on. Let's see if she starts. Pretty good. Let it run for a bit and see if there's any leaks or anything. All right, we got all the plastics put back on, the seat put back on. Looking pretty nice. Very clean bike. Thing looks really, really nice. Check that out. All right, well, let's load her up and take her for the first ride. See if we fixed the shifting problem. Hopefully we did. All right, made her out here. Gonna go for a quick test drive on this thing. See how she runs. Brought my tools so we can make adjustments if we have to. Walk around. Pretty clean bike. I don't think I've ever seen a Rm125 this clean. As you can see, it starts right up, runs great. I guess let's throw in the GoPro and see if she shifts through the gears. We'll let it warm up for a little bit too. First kick, not bad. Sounds good. No weird rattling sounds or anything. Smoking lots out the back, which is good. I mixed it 40-to-1, so we should be fine there. I don't know if the clutch is gonna work. We'll see. Hopefully it does. First gear works. It's all flooded back here. Yeah, we'll have to ride on the road. Well, first gear works, that's a good sign. All the gears work. Shift smooth. Nice. That's awesome. Woohoo! Uh-oh. Shut off. I wonder if I had the gas off. Something happened. It's running really good though. Huh. I don't know why that would have shut off there. Huh. That's weird. Oh, it's in gear. What the heck? It's getting gas. What happened? I don't see any coolant leaking or anything. Oh boy. What the heck? It's got compression still. I think. Yeah, it's got compression. What the heck? Alright, first ride was going really well. And all of a sudden it just quit on us. So, I'm thinking it's a foul plug. We'll have to get in there by the spark plug and just take it out and see if it has spark. If not, most likely a foul plug. Or else we can check the flywheel again and make sure that's connected. Alright, we got a new plug in there. Let's see if she starts up here. Hopefully. Alright, I think it was flooded. Finally got her to go. Sounds pretty good now. That's good. All right, let's continue that ride. Again, we put a little hotter plug in there. So hopefully this time it runs a little longer. Otherwise, it's probably worn out rings. First kick though, I mean, doesn't get much better than that. Let this thing warm up for a bit. I don't want to chew up these tires. The owner of the bike said that I could ride it, but I don't want to chew up the tires on the road. I'll have to take it easy on the grass over here. Just make sure it goes through all the gears and make sure it runs for a long time. Well, I think that wraps up today's video. This bike runs good, drives good, shifts good, even with that shaved down clutch basket, which is very surprising. And I think that's the noise we were hearing, is the clutch basket is so noisy that I think you can kind of hear it in the engine a little bit. But other than that, it runs great, has tons of power, and starts right up instantly. So pretty sweet looking bike. Hopefully the owner enjoys it, and I don't know what he's gonna do with it, maybe sell it. But at least now he can shift it and ride it if he wants to. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned for more videos, and until next time, we are out.